Hey, hello beautiful people, I'm happy you're here today. We're going to be flipping through a entire year of notes from midweek meetings and weekend meetings. This notebook comes in a 2-pack for a relatively inexpensive price, and you can see that after a year it's been pretty worn out. But yeah, I'll just get started and talk a little bit through it. So, you might see that this is a different language. It's Belize Creole. My husband and I have been living in Belize for over 6 years now. And, anyhow, we are in a Creole area, and so that's the language that we've been working in. I got a pack of what are they called? Shuttle art markers. And so since there was 52 different colors, I decided to make a different color for every week and have a different opportunity for a different doodle. So I started off the year in the red. Like, I just went through the markers in the order that they were put. And so there's two pages for every midweek meeting, and then a corresponding one for the watchtower, all the scriptures and notes to go along with it. So it kind of doesn't match every time, and then of course there are some days that I just didn't finish, but every other page they match, so that's really something that's nice. I'm going to be doing it differently this year. But it actually was a really fun challenge to try to come up with a doodle that went along with the main color. And then when I picked the doodle, I picked a different font to go with the colors, so that I would really give myself a lot of variety to test out and to try everything out. This is the first time I did this. Before I'd always just make my notes in my workbook and in my watchtower itself, but here in Belize we didn't get the paper ones as much anymore, and so I felt too greedy to hold on to them just to take my notes, and that's why I decided through the pandemic to do my notes this way. And you know what? I really enjoyed it, and I think I probably, even if I have the option to have paper again, a paper workbook or a paper watchtower, I probably will still make my notes this way. I don't know what happened here. I think these are 2 watchtowers. We must have had like assembly weekend or something and didn't have the midweek meeting. But yeah, everything has been inspired. Oh, I remember this. I was not feeling good, so I just listened to the meeting and wrote down some announcements. I got all my ideas mostly on Pinterest or maybe sometimes YouTube. I'll try to link everybody that gave me inspiration down below, as well as the notebook itself and these markers. They've held up pretty good. I mean, I've used them for an entire year, and they are pretty inexpensive. I do have a few that have died. I think this particular color doesn't show up anymore. Which is sad because this was a really pretty one. Look, didn't write down one scripture. But yeah, so different fonts, different doodles. This is the first time I got washi tape, and I had no idea what to do with it. That's the worst. I dislike that page. But it's been nice too, because now that I've been making Bible study bullet journals for others, I just go to my book here and I look through all the doodles I've made and see like what parts I like, what parts I didn't, what fonts I could do that I could try again, just to like re-inspire myself, being that it's something I've done already, so I could be able to do it again. And like the different color combinations, I did feel like having the color and then trying to come up with the doodle to go along with it was a little bit more of a challenge than having an idea of like, oh, I want to try that, and then trying to figure out what color it should be. So I encourage everyone just to keep on trying. Don't hold yourself back. But like I said, I'm gonna do it differently this year. Oh, that's so cute. I haven't had a chance to do that again. These little balloon letters. I love it. But I'm really glad I did a whole year this way. Especially like the different fonts to be able to look back on and see which ones I like looking at. I think this is one of my favorites. Just because like the simpleness, and this kind of font is easy for me because it's so natural, and it doesn't take me a long time, and I like the imperfectness of it. Where like these ones, like if I start to get tired, it really starts to look out of place, you know? But some of the markers, like they look so similar, like these ones, right? So like I did those before, but they were a lot smaller, so I tried them again, and like I thought like a grapefruit kind, but looks a little more orangey. This one is cute. I really like this one. Oh yeah, and this one is super cute. And you know what? I didn't realize it, but this was like inspired by the Ezekiel book. You'll see how they have the scratchy, like the Pure Worship book, the drawings, and then with like a bold color in a graphic shape behind it. But yeah, kind of simple. I see how like my style has changed from the beginning of the year until the end. This one, oh, we had assembly weekend this weekend, and I like started it and I just hated it and I never finished it. So I can tell with the spreads that I do enjoy making. I actually use my notes more, and I come back to it to refer to during meeting, and then, you know, make my little announcements at the end. But anyhow, that's it. I did cut out a couple of pages so that I'd had some scrap paper, but I did end up using most of the pages. Look, there's only 5 missing from 50 to 55. But yeah. Sorry about any of the noise here. Like I said, we live in Belize, so if you hear any dogs barking or cars going by and some breeze blowing, I can't help it. But please look down in the description box for any of the supplies. My Instagram handle is LookintheNooks. I have lots of videos from other custom bullet journals I've made for Bible study and the like. So yeah, thanks again for coming, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!